All right, in this lesson, this is something that is very, very important for pianists to know, not only in jazz, because this is something that pianists do in any genre of music, accompanists in general, whether you play guitar, bass, piano, and that's understanding how to play behind a singer. I think that in any event where you're accompanying somebody who is playing or singing the melody of the song, you want to do the best that you can to not repeat what they're doing over and over. And you also want to make sure that there is interesting accompaniment and movement and momentum to what you're playing in your accompaniment. So that way you're not just sitting in places and there's no direction to the music. You want to be able to wait and follow the lead of the singer, but at the same time you want to be able to flow with them and kind of get into the mix. So some of my favorite piano, or rather so, singers to listen to are the singers who play piano behind themselves. So one person in particular, her name is Blossom Dearie, who is a singer I've been listening to a lot recently. And she has an incredible record entitled Blossom Dearie Sings Comden and Green. And she's playing a lot of beautiful selections and singing along with herself. And to hear somebody like her or another person being Shirley Horn, check out her album On a Lazy Afternoon with Billy Hart on drums and Buster Williams on bass. And if I'm not mistaken, on the Blossom Dearie record, I know there's a Live at Ronnie Scott's record that she sings. There's another one that has Summer or Summertime in the name of the album. I know she sings T for Two as a ballad on that record. No solos, just herself singing the melody. I know she would oftentimes sing and have Oscar Peterson's rhythm section in her band. So she would have Kenny Burrell, Ed Thigpen, and Ray Brown on some of the records. Oftentimes it would change a little bit, but there's quite a few records with a lot of the same rhythm section from OP's group. So it's interesting hearing a singer with that band and she's comping behind herself. But when you're playing with a singer, for the most part, when you're setting up the song, you don't want to give away the melody too soon. But maybe you can give the beginning note of the melody so they can hear it. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I know that she'll turn out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Now, as you could hear, I'm no singer, but I've had the chance to play with a lot of incredible singers, and one thing I've learned is trying to create interesting melodies and momentum and movement while you're not just repeating back what they're playing. Because if you are, it's the same as we said with bass notes. I'm probably not going to want to play Autumn Leaves like we did in the first lesson this way. If I have a bass note, bassists playing, it's simply getting in the way. And there's so much other stuff that we can do to bring more color and texture and sound and beauty to the song without just repeating what somebody else is doing. So, like I mentioned, the name of that song is Someone to Watch Over Me. So the melody of the song goes, right? Now, as you can see on the intro of the song, one thing that you can you can always play. A few things that you can never really go wrong with, for the most part, depends on the context, as we always say, is playing a turnaround. Right? And having melody through it. Oftentimes it's, for me, a little easier just off the rip to think of more diatonic melodies. And trying to think thematically as well. So this is also kind of dealing a little bit with intros to songs, bringing the song in, establishing a very clear tonal center. I might not want to start too far away from the sound of the song. Now, I kind of got around to it. Maybe that was a little bit hip, but especially if I'm playing with a new singer and I don't really know much about them and how they sing, how they hear things, but I normally try to start with just giving the sound of the song, the key. So that way immediately they can hear where we are, where's the tonic, where's the key center, and then maybe I dress it up a little bit in trying to think very thematically and motivically with what we're playing in our intro. So instead of just laying out chords, which that also is nice too, especially if you're playing, maybe the band is already in, maybe they're on brushes. You can just kind of play those chords very simply and smoothly. But maybe if I'm playing by myself, I might add a little bit more emotion. Maybe I give that first note. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I know that she'll turn out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Now on the bridge, we're going to the 4. Now, as you can see, never did I do this. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I know that she'll turn out to be. It doesn't sound terrible, but there's something about it where it's getting in the way of what I'm trying to sing.